Here is another episode of the wall adventures. So last time I talked about the wall, the front wall by the hardstand was kind of coming along, and I was cleaning up the back of the wall, I think. And so we're going to see what it looks like today. So in the front here, Dave's been working really hard, and you can see it's almost there. So this is pretty much finished. It's evening out on the top a little bit and maybe filling in where there's some gaps. And then towards the front, the level still needs to be built up, but it's really pretty much there. And you can see that the hardstand is really clear. This just used to be all stone and rubble ready to be used for the work. Now there is a lot of space and it feels really clear. That's nice. And if you watch us on Instagram, I've showed some pictures of when we built this gate here, which is really cool. So we actually have a gate now. Dave's just recently put this one in, and we're going to go zigzaggy all the way to make it stable. It was sagging a little bit this way. We had this post in before, but a couple of days ago Dave actually cemented it in. So there is cement here now. It's really nice and steady. It's an old post that we found somewhere, and it's kind of obviously been weathered already, and I quite like how it looks really rustic, and the gate matches that as well. And we've put a little inscribed shard in here. You can't really see it anymore, but that doesn't matter. It's about knowing that it's there. It's going to be covered over anyways, this bit here, but this is just a terracotta shard, and I actually edged the Sanskrit word for Krishna into it. So hopefully this will help to embed Krishna into the foundation of our home. So gate actually works really well now, so we can close this. And once we've got the other part here, it's going to be a little pedestrian gate, size gate here, then we won't have any cows coming through anymore. The wall's been cleaned up all along this side. Doesn't look so tidy anymore now, but I did even it out, rake everything out. The bottom of the wall is free from soil, and the old stones that are lying there now, that's kind of why I did it, is because then I started clearing up this side and I threw all the big stones over on this side. So if at all at some point we decide to rebuild this wall, the stones are going to be there ready to go. So if I walk along here, you can see what the state of the wall is in. It's crumbled in places, fallen down, it's grown over with weeds, it's mossy, there's quite a lot of debris all in the cracks, and it's soil and plants are growing, and it's fallen in. The fallen down stones and the rubble has been covered with weeds. So you can't really see the bottom of the wall, and often the bottom of the wall is kind of has almost like a little dune of soil, and then grown over with weeds. It's kind of buried. So I'm working on the wall here. You can see like the interim step. So first I pull out all the weeds, and then I start digging out with the shovel, mostly trying to get all the stones out. This is a bit of a bummer here. This is a blackberry, and they've got really tough roots, and it's lodged itself in there and I can't get it out. Maybe I'll have to ask Dave to come with a pickaxe or so, or the mattock, and dig it out. So there's a lot of just rubbish in there as well. Lots of plastic is coming out, and I'm sorting the tiles and the stones into different places. Then the weeds that I pull out, I just throw them on a bit that I've done already. There's a bit of a mulch protection because I've turned the soil. The soil is actually really nice, but it's very exposed when it just dries out in the sun, so that's a shame for the soil organisms. So I'm trying to kind of keep the damage limited by just covering it back over. This is what it looks like when it's done. So you can see the bottom of the wall, it's dug out, it's nice and level. The bit here is nice and level, and it just looks tidier. And then the next step will be to tidy up the top. Just take this kind of stuff off, maybe go with a brush or so, throw this away, the loose stones, and maybe we'll find some nice bigger stones to just throw on top to make it look kind of tidier and finished. So, but you can see it's a long wall, and I'm only kind of, I don't know, that bit that's done is maybe maybe 1/5 or so. Yeah, I got a while to go. So onwards and upwards. Ciao ciao, Shiroteshan, Srinitagora, Haribol.